in the workplace. So to introduce our topic, I'm just going to present to you Huffington Post curated 5 top methods for motivating employees in the workplace, and it's easier than you think. So the first method is to communicate better. This means skipping the emails and work memos and going straight to face-to-face interaction with your employees. Your staff needs to know that they are valued and appreciated, and speaking to them directly says just that. The second method to motivating your employees is to be an example. You can't expect your employees to work hard if you don't lead by example. Show excitement about company initiatives. Your staff will be sure to get on board. And as a bonus, good moods are infectious in the workplace. The third method is to empower them. Give your employees more say in how to do their job. Most employees have ideas as to how to best approach their work tasks, but they are just waiting for you to ask. If you really want to empower them, take their advice and implement it. Give them the authority to make their own decisions. Now, the fourth method is to offer opportunities for advancement. Employees will be so motivated when they know they are working towards something. Nobody wants to work in a dead-end job. Motivate employees by offering them opportunities to climb their career ladder, and they will be sure to put their best effort forward. The fifth and final method to motivating your employees is, of course, providing incentives. Incentives are a classic motivation booster, and they don't always have to be expensive. You can offer incentives like extra paid days off, gift cards, movie tickets, and other low-cost ways to show your appreciation.
The most effective and important way of motivation within the workplace begins with goal setting.
Goal setting is the process of establishing desired results that guide and direct behavior. As research shows that the higher the goal, the better the performance. How does goal setting make the difference in the workplace? They focus employee attention on relevant activities. They energize employees, as with higher goals comes greater amounts of effort, as well as affecting employee persistence toward achieving such goals.
It is important for organizations to remember to set SMART goals for employees to avoid creating unachievable goals that are set up for failure. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound.
For organizations using the SMART goal setting system, remember, goals need to be specific. Try to answer the questions of how much and what kind with each goal you write. Goals need to be measurable. Goals must be stated in quantifiable terms, otherwise they're just good intentions. Attainable and realistic. Set goals you know your company and employees can realistically reach. Time-specific goals as well. With reference to time, your goals must include a timeline of when your goals should be accomplished. An example of a situation with effective SMART goal setting involves a sales team environment. As a managers inform sales representatives they must grow their sales revenue by 10% over the next calendar year, as this goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and involves a timeline. As in business, it is important to remember that SMART goal setting can make a huge difference in maintaining growth and momentum.
To strengthen these goals, incentives can be put into place. An example of this would be positive and negative reinforcement. In a workplace, for example, as a restaurant, if you sell the most martinis this month, you will be rewarded with a $50 gift card. This is positive reinforcement. Another workplace example is if you don't perform up to the boss's expectations, you are given jobs that nobody else wishes to do, showing negative reinforcement.
The other 2 examples of motivation have more negative outcomes, which are punishment and extinction within the workplace. An example of punishment would be a suspension from the workplace, and an example of extinction would be a transfer to another location. Different motivational theories that are implemented in the workplace include the needs theory, which identify internal factors, typically deficiencies, that influence motivation, the process theory, which identify how internal factors interact with the environment to influence motivation, Adams inequity theory, the situation in which a person perceives he or she is receiving less than he or she is giving, or giving less than he or she is receiving. Expectancy theory, which is the belief that effort leads to performance.
McClellan's need theory includes need for achievement, which concerns individuals' issues of excellence, competition, challenging goals, persistence, and overcoming difficulties, which is linked to performance. High achievers want moderate goals and feedback with no interference. Need for power concerns individuals' need to make an impact on others, influence others, change people or events, and make a difference in life. Need for affiliation is a need that concerns an individual's need to establish and maintain warm, close, intimate relationships with other people.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a theory in psychology. It argues that there are 5 stages of human needs that motivate our behavior. First, there's our psychological needs, such as the need to breathe, eat, drink, or sleep. Secondly, we want safety. Stage 3, we seek love and belonging. At stage 4, we look for esteem, self-confidence, and respect from our peers. And number 5 is the self-actualization at the tip of the pyramid that represents the need to discover oneself to realize one's potential. In relation to Maslow's contribution to understanding motivation, Clayton Alderfer proposed the ERG theory of motivation, which grouped human needs into only 3 basic categories: existence, relatedness, and growth. Frederick Herzberg developed the 2-factor theory, which include motivation factor and a hygiene factor. A motivation factor is a work condition related to satisfaction of the need for psychological growth, while the hygiene factor is a work condition related to dissatisfaction caused by discomfort or pain.
Theory X, a set of assumptions that workers are lazy and disregard responsibility. Theory Y, a set of assumptions that workers enjoy work and will seek responsibility.
Motivation is something that affects our everyday lives. People are motivated through different unique ways, depending on the situation and the person themselves. For some, money is the greatest motivator, but for others, it could be time off work. It is important for companies to recognize the individual differences in motivation in order for them to get the best work from their employees. There are many different types of motivational theories that we covered, and by using these techniques and theories, employers will gain a more successful job performance from their employees. According to Maslow, ERG, McLeod, and Herzberg, motivation is determined based on internal factors. Despite this, Adams and equity theory, the expectancy theory, and the goal-setting theory are process theories that state it is internal factors interacting with the external environmental factors that ultimately motivate employees. None of these theories are wrong, but also none of them are right. Although a lot of people are motivated by the same things in the workplace, individual differences cause people to place more importance on different aspects of their life, which will give each person different ways of being motivated. Through the use of positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, punishment, and extinction, employers are able to provide different ways to motivate employees. Motivation follows us around throughout our lives. It is the reason we make decisions, work hard, and be punctual at work. Motivation is one of the largest reasons people, especially employees, do what they do, and it determines how they do it. Once a company understands the factors that drive the motivation of their employees, they will then gain a more positive work environment.